Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Ikra signing in to my YouTube channel. Welcome you all to Art Academy. So, how are you all? I hope you guys will be fine. सब ठीक ठाक होंगे. So today's video will be quite different. Art से painting से थोड़ा सा हट के बात करेंगे हम, which is we will be talking about today some art materials. Yeah. So आज हम बात करेंगे कि कौन से ऐसे आर्ट मटेरियल्स हैं जिनको यूज़ करके मैं अपना काम करती हूँ. नॉट फॉर ड्राइंग के लिए आई हैव ऑल्सो ऑलरेडी मेड अ वीडियो for pencils and stuff, but yeah, I will be telling you some watercolor things which I love to do in, because it's completely obvious. I guess you guys can imagine that how I love doing watercolors. Is one of my favorite mediums, actually not one of, it's my most favorite medium to work with. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, sabse pehle we'll talk about my palette. I use this watercolor palette, which comes with like this, with two palettes. इसके अंदर दो palettes होती हैं. It also comes with a brush, but I don't usually use this small brush. So I know it's quite messy, but it's okay. Be realistic if you're working in professional way, or as a student as well. So your palette will definitely look like this. Balki maybe worse than this. So yeah, that's my working palette. I'll tell you, it's from Winsor & Newton. Right now I am working with this palette, but few years back when I was a student, I used to work with Pentel one, right? That was quite a reasonable price. It's quite expensive for students. So yeah, sorry, I was wrong. That was not Pentel, that was Pelikan. Yeah, actually Pentel was the brand of the poster colors we used to do with. So yeah, when I was a student, I do mostly use Pelikan one, but now when I am doing it for myself as a professional level, I am doing my paintings with this Winsor & Newton. So let's get to the paper. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स और बहुत सारे लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं that what kind of paper is best for watercolor. Actually, it's up to you. If you know how to tackle watercolors, if you know how to do it, you can work with every paper. But of course, not that much absorbent paper wouldn't work, right? So here are 2 to 3 types of papers. This sketchbook I love working with because it's with a lot of grains. There are 2 types of sheets come in open markets, in art material shops. These are like, one is Canson sheet and one is Scholar sheet. Yeah, so you can take both. Scholars is a bit bigger grains, and the Canson is with a little minor grains on it, lesser grains. So this is the one with the bigger grains, more grainy. You can feel it. I don't know if you can see proper in the video, but I'm trying to show you. Yeah, but you can. Oh, I can do it with my pencil. Wait. Yeah, to show you some grains, I can, I will be doing a little shading so you can see the grains popping out, right? So this is the example of the more grainy one. So इस पे भी बहुत अच्छा effect आता है watercolors का. Like if I talk to about like this, it is the rough sketch of mine, but yeah, it's watercolor effect, you can see. Now this one is the Canson sheet. It's with lesser grains. Now you can see it here. I can show you like this, right? The smaller grains in it. And here is another one, which is the medium one, like not the bigger grains, not the smallest grains, but this is the medium grain one. Here you can see the difference. This is with the bigger grains, this is with the smaller medium grains, and this is with the lightest lesser grains. So these are the 3 types of papers which can, here is the this one of my watercolor sketches. This is a quick sketch. Yeah, so these were the papers जो कि आप यूज़ कर सकते हैं अपने watercolors में. इनमें से कोई भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, right? So let's talk about some brushes. Okay, the basic watercolor brushes are the round brushes. I usually work with, if you're living in Pakistan, so you can buy Sablon brushes, which are in very reasonable prices. Of course, not very reasonable. Art material is expensive. You guys can literally understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it is like this. I know some of my brushes are quite old, but they work really well. So here are the Sablon brushes with which I used to work, and trust me, I love doing watercolors with these brushes. It's your choice. You can also work with some, flat brushes also. Don't please, I know it's quite messy, but if you're an artist, so you can understand that art material aisa hi hota hai. Like, it's completely realistic video. I'm not showing you my newly bought art material because that won't be realistic enough. So yeah, you can see here, like, these are my flat brushes which can be used for watercolors, but mostly I use these for acrylics. Oil paints, you can also use it with oil paints, for oil paints, but oil paint is not basically my favorite medium to work with. So I usually work with watercolors, acrylics, pastel colors, like dry pastels. Oil pastels is also not my type. Dry pastels. So oil paints is just a okay situation. So yeah, you can also work with flat brushes. These are also made some new flat brushes, but I haven't used these right now. I also have one brush I wanted to show you guys. This is one of my the cutest brush. This brush is a handmade brush which we have made when we were students. I know iski halat kuch kharab ho gayi. This is actually made with squirrel hair, like the tail of the squirrel, and yeah, the original squirrel tail, and we made it by ourselves. This is basically used for miniatures, like miniature work. I know it's like messy right now, so I have to okay, yeah. So this is one of my cutest brush, and when I was a student we made it, but I saved it. I don't know for what reason, but I saved it just for the memory that we made it by ourselves as a student. Yep. So there are also another kind of brushes these days which are water brushes. Now what are water brushes? Water brushes are this pen-like brushes which can be open up here, and it has a little container in it, and you can fill it up with water, and whenever you're working with your colors, you press it from here and it gives it drops of water every time you press. So it's also good for working with watercolors, because in watercolors you use a lot of water, and it's quite easy to clean these brushes, because whenever you are you're done with your colors and stuff, then you can drop some water and you can rinse it and dry it with some tissue paper and rag of cloth, and it's done. But its bristles are not that if you're a watercolor artist, you will understand the feeling of these brushes, right? So it doesn't give the feeling of this brush because it holds more color, more water in it. So it gives more, for me, I feel my brushes while I'm working. I am practiced in this, so I work quite fluently in these brushes. But for this it's okay if you don't have these brushes. So yeah, you can use it, and you can give it a chance, but it's totally up to you. I don't go with my opinion. You can try it by yourself. It comes in different sizes and different shapes, like round and flat, and different sizes. I have just the round ones because I don't work with flats much with watercolors. So yeah, it is another work experience you can have. So in watercolors you can give different details with some, you know, pointers and fine liners, etc. But the traditional way to doing it is with pen and ink. Like there's a pen which is, you know, like a brush from the back side, and the front, on the front it has a nib on it. So you can dip it in ink and give it a, you know, dot 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 dot. I'll show you one of the examples that I have done in this sketchbook right now. I hope I could find it somewhere here. Like it's this complete sketch is done with this pen and ink technique. Like you dip your pen in the ink and you dot 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 dot, and the ink is finished in the pen, you again dip it and in it. So this was the traditional technique which we used to do, but now you can work with different, you know, there are a lot of fine liners and pointers out there in market, so you can also buy these things. For example, if I give you an example, I have a watercolor sketch right here. So if I want to give some details on it, so I can dip it in ink and draw the outlines and draw the, you know, the darkest points, and with dots and any kind of style, hatching, cross hatching, you know, the shading techniques I have shown you. It can be, you know, done in any kind of material. So yeah, that's it for today. These are the watercolor materials what I used to work with in my paintings and my sketches, my rough sketches, you can say. But if you're interested in, you know, watching my other art materials, which are acrylic paints and pastel colors, oil pastels, if you are interested, then you can comment down below, so I will make another video for that. So abhi ke liye, because in the next fewer videos I will be doing watercolors, experimental drawings with watercolors, and different, you know, background creation in watercolors. So that's why I am showing you my material, so that you can easily buy it for you and, you know, work with these easily. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Till next video, do tell me what you want for the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.